AD Anthony Davis has been killing, helping
We
the Lakers win 8 of their last 10.
sheesh.
And they
Um,
only lost one of them like on a buzzer beater. They technically were
yeah,
almost
to
nine
San
and one.
Yeah,
Antonio, right?
yeah, yeah.
Pacers. Pacers.
Was it the Pacers? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Pacers beat them on a buzzer beater.
So, John, we're gonna start with you, man. What is your take on this? I ain't gonna say new version, but the Anthony Davis people has been wanting in LA.
I mean, this is good, right? This is good because it sparks something, hopefully, in the rest of the players.
Right.
Also, it puts them in their roles. You've seen Westbrook having 6 point and 3 point games, and I don't want to see that from him. But at the same time, like
He's
he's
not turning
okay
it.
becoming a facilitator, and I want to see him aggressive. I want to see him attack. I don't want him Ben Simmons, right? But I do like to see that he understands, like, okay, I'm possibly fourth scorer on this team at this point, and Lonnie Walker's been picking up some big point games. So I like that people are finding their roles with this team, is what it looks like to me. Now, do I want to see Anthony Davis average 35 for the rest of the season? No, that is not good come playoff time. I want to see him dial that back to 27, 25 to 28 points a game. But I'm just saying, like, I don't, this is good if it sparks something. If it just means the man gasses himself in the next 10 games, then no, you're just right back where you left off.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
can
well,
how can you gas yourself out when you've been sitting out for like the last year, 2 years? You feel me, with injury. So I feel like this is what
I'm talking about stamina. I'm not talking about getting hurt again. I'm talking about stamina.
I get it, but I'm saying he's been out. So he should have plenty of stamina. That's what I'm saying. Like after
We
being
agree
out,
on that. We
well,
agree.
but I'm just saying. All I'm saying is like I want this AD to carry the Lakers to the playoffs. They LeBron could be playoff Brian when it comes playoffs. You feel me? So I'm not saying I want AD to be gas, but I want AD to continue to play at this level like he was playing with the Pelicans. I should say. I mean, I'm not expecting him to average, what he's been averaging, which is some crazy ass number. He's been averaging 30, pretty much 38, 13 with damn near 4 blocks over his past week. I'm not expecting him to, do that the entire, for the entirety of the rest of the season, I should say. But I mean, if he can continue to keep my thing, I just want to see how long he can keep this going. You feel me? I know this is over a game. It's over about 10 game span. I want to see if he can continue this for 20 games, 25, 30. You know what I'm saying? Going into the All-Star game, I should say. You feel me? Like I want to see if he can continue this. I don't want to just see if this is just going to be 10 games and then I'm gonna be damn, now I'm about to only have maybe 18, 9, and maybe 1 block or something. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to see if he's going to be able to consistently keep these numbers. Not consistently keeping 37 and 13 or whatever, but just being able to be the AD we all know him to be from his New Orleans days.
Right, but
I agree.
if AD has to score 35 for you to win, that's not a good sign. That's not
Bro,
gonna.
if you got AD scoring 35 and you have LeBron still scoring between 25 and 30, I'm taking that to the bank all day. Just because LeBron doesn't have to do as much as he was been doing in previous years. And I like you just said, Russell, he's been stepping up. Bruh has had no turnovers these last, I want to say, 4 to 5 games. If he can keep that up, no turnover Russ, that's going to be his new nickname for me. No turnover Russ. If he can continue that on, bro, the Lakers, they only 3 or 4 games out of I think the 4th seed. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying that they are going to be making some noise, but if they can continue this on and this can stay consistent, and it's not just, hey, this is just throughout a 10 or 15 game thing, you ain't gonna be able to, excuse my language, fuck with the Lakers when it comes with the playoffs, man.
But I'll say this though, to that point, Walt, you do need to pace yourself because
fair.
let's be honest.
Again, he's had plenty of rest.
No. I get that, but you would rather him get.
But it's AD. You know what's gonna happen if you. Yeah.
But you would rather him get 30 and 10 in the playoffs than in game 25.
I mean, that's fair. That's
fair.
Of
the NBA season. And to John's point, he got injury history. So like, hey, do your job, but like slow it down, my brother.
This man was live streaming 2K. Anthony Davis was live streaming 2K23 the other day. playing as himself.
And
I don't know the first play, but first game,
I think
runs down the court, blocks somebody, and then is out with an injury and gets carried off the court. And even AD had to just sit there and just be like,
I think I remember seeing that too.
And I'm
y'all
sitting
see
there,
the other
I'm
one
like,
when Von Miller fell asleep?
but I'm just saying, like, that's the only thing. I don't want to see a heavy workload put on AD for the next 20 games because that makes me nervous.
I would
Like,
say pace yourself until you get into a comfortable, that second 2 to 5 seed. Pace yourself. Don't.
right. And I didn't even say dial it back to 18 points a game. I said dial it back to 27 points a game. That's still, like you said,
but I'm just only reason I'm saying
AD. I'm saying
only reason I'm saying don't dial it back is because of the fact if you think about it, Lakers defense is still lightweight trash. So the way how the scoring has been going is every score has been or at least over 100 or at least 120. So that's what I'm saying. They're going to have to score. So that's why I say he's going to have to average at least 30 and 10 or something like that through to carry on throughout the regular season. But I just don't want them to put all that workload onto LeBron with it being his 20th season.
But I will say this though, to that
Uh,
point, Darvin Ham has to figure that out. I'm glad we are not the coaching staff that has to figure that out. But you gotta figure it out because you do have an injury prone player, and you got an aging player, in LeBron and injury prone in AD. So you gotta figure it out,
but I,
because you don't want to fall. You don't want them sitting too much, and you lose some games you shouldn't lose because the way it's looking, that West is gonna be tight. Like 1-2 games decides if you the first or the fifth, maybe even the eighth. So I'm just glad we ain't got to make those decisions. Go ahead, John.
no, I mean, again, like I said, I'm just saying 27 points a game. That's still, like you said, Pelican AD. Like, that is really good. 27, 28 points a game. I'm not saying dial it back to 22, nothing like that. I'm saying 35. I want to see that in the playoffs, like Nico said. It makes me nervous and also because even the great teams, Larry Bird and them guys, Magic and Kareem, they still had that third score. Paul George and Kawhi, you need that third score to get over that hump. You need Jalen Rose and Doncic couldn't do it by themselves. Tatum and Brown have a third score. They always had a third, like they have a third guy who picks up the slack. Even the Warriors. I want to find out who that is. Is it Lonnie Walker? Is it Westbrook? Who is your third scorer? And if like AD is taking 25 shots a game, 20, 25, and getting to the line a lot, that means he's taking more hits. We're not finding out who that third scorer is, and I don't think that translates long term. That's the only thing I worry about.
Yeah. Well,
fair enough.
only one way to find out. Wait and see. But
And by the way, 28 points a game is still top 10 in the NBA right now. Like it's
Yeah.
not like it ain't bum material.
It's just I'm just saying that. The only reason I was saying that is because, like I said, just on the scoring pace of how they score nowadays, and there's not really that much defense. Games is going to be at least over 100 or one, at least between 100 and 120. That's what it's been looking like.
That's true. And
But
we
I mean,
shall see. Hopefully,
I do want to see these last two games. Like I definitely want these games, like this 55 and the 44. Like
yeah, I'm not expecting that every game.
No, but I like them every now and then. I want him to put the NBA on notice. Like, yeah, I ain't no bum. Like, I'm still here. We're ready to play. The Lakers are for real. I do want those every 10 games. So yeah, I mean, I ain't saying take every game easy. I do like to see this. I want to see these 50-point games. This is what the NBA is about.